Welcome to Inspiration Rising. I'm your host, David Trotter, and we're here to inspire you to rise up in your life, love, and leadership. Today I have the second of 5 episodes featuring the interviews from Inspiration Rising Live in Orange County, California, where 70 or so women and a few men gathered for a night of incredible inspiration and connection. It was truly a special night, and I'm hoping that the recording of the interviews gives you just a taste into what it was like to be there in person. Our second interview of the evening was with Dr. Bita Yadidi, who owns Wellness to Be in Beverly Hills, California, and I interviewed her on the topic of balance your health, master your life. Before we jump into the interview, I want to invite you to our first live online workshop called Rise Up and Soar. During this 1-hour online event, which you can watch from the comfort of your home, office, or car from anywhere in the world, I will share with you how to get unstuck, clarify your goals, and take your life to the next level. You can sign up for one of 3 time slots on September 18th or 19th, 2019 at insporising.com/riseup. If you're feeling stuck in life, I want to help you get out of the rut and gain traction to move forward. The world needs what you have to offer. I truly believe that. I want to help you discover what you want and deserve in this life and how to strategically take action to get it. And I want to help you embrace your true identity and take responsibility for your life in order to cultivate the results that you truly desire. Now, many of the women I work with in our online coaching programs are tired of feeling defeated after a separation or divorce. Is that you? They feel lost with no sense of purpose when their kid goes to school. Is that you? They feel stuck in an unfulfilling job that just pays the bills, or paralyzed by an empty nest, or less than because of a recent health challenge. Or they feel like it's too late because of their age. Or they're just overwhelmed by whatever it is that they're facing. If that's you, I want to invite you to sign up for one of the 3 live online workshop times at insporising.com/riseup. Your time is extremely valuable, and so is mine. So I will ensure that you walk away with practical tools to help you rise up and soar. Plus, I want to make sure that you learn more about our 8-week online coaching experience called Launch Your Life. So sign up for the live online workshop. You can take it anywhere in the world at insporising.com/riseup. Okay, let's join the wonderful guest at Inspiration Rising Live. So our second featured guest this evening, I want to introduce Dr. Bita Yadidi. And I don't even think I can say your name right. She says Bita. I say Bita.
Bita, with the T.
Bita. Yeah. Get that a little closer for you. All right.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Okay. Dr. Bita Yadidi. She's a doctor of Oriental medicine, specializing in preventative medicine, a California board certified licensed acupuncturist, a certified Qigong, Tai Chi, and meditation instructor. I don't even know what those things are. And a certified lifestyle coach. She's the founder of Wellness to Be, an East-West integrative wellness center in the heart of Beverly Hills, specializing in preventative and restorative health. And a wonderful friend. Will you guys welcome Dr. Bita Yadidi?
Hey, David.
If I get sick, usually it's really sick, I'll look at Laura and I'll say, I just feel so bad. And she'll say, why don't you go to the doctor? I go, which one? I don't know where it is. I don't know. She goes, it's the same place you always go. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't have a relationship with the doctor. It's like some place in Los Alamitos because we used to live up there. So I drive all the way up there just for my, when I'm sick. You are suggesting tonight that we should balance our health, master our life. All right. How is that different than my approach to healthcare?
Wow, that's going to be a long, long night for that question. But most people, when they're sick, they go to the doctor, which is usually their Western doctor, And they'll test the patient. If it's a virus, they just say, go back home, take NyQuil, get some rest, put some Flonase, you'll be fine, right? And then if it's a bacterial infection...
I love that nose spray, by the way.
Yeah? Really?
So good.
You got to try the herbal one, baby.
Feels so good. Yeah.
It really helps. But then you also, and then if it's a bacterial infection, it's let me write a prescription, right? That's the only way. And then in what I do, Eastern medicine, when you come in, not only can we treat a viral infection, but also bacterial infection. And the way we treat it is looking at the symptoms, and we do it with acupuncture, we do it with cupping, we do it with infrared sauna, and we do it with nutrition and herbal counseling. So the difference is you're not putting toxins in your body, you're not putting chemicals in your body, you're tapping into that brilliant body of yours that just knows how to heal on its own. You just gotta tap it, give it a reminder. And Chinese herbs, acupuncture, cupping, it's so old. It's over 2,000 years old medicine. There are no side effects. Like the only side effect you're gonna get really if you overdose, excuse my language, it's diarrhea. You know, like, and who doesn't need that once in a while?
All of a sudden we're cussing now. Whoa, look at that.
Right?
Let's keep it family friendly. Oh.
Well, Chinese medicine, we ask all the questions. So the beauty is you're just healing your body. It does take a little bit more time, but over time, what you're doing is you're building your immune system. And that's the key. You want to build your immune system so you do not get a disease over time.
Now, like, I come from a Christian background. Right? I was a pastor many years. Yeah. And the stuff you're talking about, Stacy, can you agree? This is like voodoo. Like she's talking about voodoo stuff. Come on. You know my background. It's the same background you had. This is voodoo. Am I just give me a nod. Just agree. Yes, okay. Anybody else have that background? Like this is weird stuff? Okay, well I got some hands. Good.
So is it voodoo? If you want to talk science?
Go ahead, talk science.
It's not voodoo. So what we do, if you really think about body and science, every needle that goes into the body, it creates a little bit of trauma. And when there's trauma in the body, it sends a message to the brain, and the amygdala says, oh, there's trauma. I got to release the neurotransmitters, such as dopamine, serotonin, all the other wonderful neurotransmitters for pain that begins to release and begin the healing process, right? So it's almost like when your child gets, or yourself, you get a cut, how does that repair itself? It's through the brain. It sends a signal, and those hormones, or neurotransmitters, they begin to release, and healing begins. So science, this is no voodoo, there's direct science. Now, the beauty of acupuncture, and then medicine, where did antibiotics come from? It came from plant, and then slowly over time, they did the chemical, synthetic, thanks to the pharmaceutical companies wanting to make a lot of money, and that's what's happening. But if you really think about it, drugs is not really helping healthcare. It's not helping us. We're seeing more sick people. We're seeing a lot of suicidal attempts. We're seeing high rates of cancer, high rates of diabetes. There's a lot going on, and we're stuck. And I'm not saying don't look into Western medicine, but first start with Eastern medicines. First start with alternative holistic approach. And you look at the body as a whole. You're looking at the physical, you're looking at the mental, you're looking at the emotional, you're looking at the spirit and purpose of that individual, you're looking at relationship health, and then in a nutshell, you're looking at the lifestyle. Because what you do now doesn't show up tomorrow. It shows up 5, 10, 15 years from now. So a really superb doctor is someone who prevents that patient from getting a disease. It's not coming in and let me fix what you have, right? And our approach is, why is this happening? Let's not just Band-Aid it, but let's get to the root cause. And most often, it's an emotional stagnation.
What? How does that work?
So emotions is energy in motion. So energy, emotions, it gets stuck in your body. What is acupuncture? What is energy? What are we? We're 70% water. So if we're 70% water, it's chemicals, it's energy, and an emotion is energy. It's a feeling. It gets trapped in the body. And if we don't really go inwards and pay attention to that emotion and allow it to just be with that and allow it to arise and release, but instead we get scared of that emotion and we put a top over it and we don't want to feel, that's when we're creating stagnation. And what is stagnation? Blockage. You're not getting a free flow of energy. So when energy gets stuck, that's when the body says, oh, I have a headache. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, I feel nauseous. Oh, I'm getting heart. Those are the signs the body is trying to tell you something is wrong. So it's paying attention to those signs, and it's not just physical health. How many people do we know here who eat organic, who do yoga, who meditate, and then all of a sudden they're like, I have stage 4 breast cancer. Why? And the beauty of Chinese medicine, it's so deep and so wise that you're not only seeing the physical and the symptoms and the lifestyle and the nutrition, but every organ system, every disease is connected to an emotion. So when we can see like, hey, somebody's having gut issues, well, that personality type is somebody who worries a lot, who's overthinking a lot, who's always about what if.
Is that why my stomach's so big?
Ooh, I don't see anything happening there.
Worrying,
you're looking good.
Worried. Yeah.
No, you're the doer.
Worry leads to food, which leads to a bigger gut.
Bigger gut.
Yeah.
A little big gut is okay.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You're going like really deep with us. This is good. Is this good? This is crazy. Yeah,
you're
this
okay?
is so good.
Yeah.
That was voodoo, like for me. Like that was total voodoo, by the way. Emotions connected to physical. I just like go get a Tylenol and I feel better. But I know you're saying that that's actually covering it up.
Yeah, you're Band-Aiding it. You're Band-Aiding
it.
The problem.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay. I can keep talking.
What started you on this journey? Because I know, this wasn't something that you learned from childhood. This was more recent. Like, how did you get into this?
My daughter, Sabrina, who is now 18, she was 5 years old. She woke up one morning with a rash all over her body. And we called the pediatrician. Pediatrician said, oh, it's an allergy. Give her Allegra. She'll be fine, or Benadryl. We did. The rash subsided except for the extremities, elbow to fingertips, knee to toes. And it was an unusual looking rash. You couldn't say, oh, it's this or that. It was a mixed pattern. And the pediatrician said, oh, continue giving the allergic med, the antihistamine meds. So to make a long story short, she didn't get well. Somebody bumped in, acquaintance of mine saw me, said, go to Chinese medicine and acupuncture. They'll cure your daughter. I looked at her and I said, are you fucking crazy? Oops. Sorry, blurp that.
I quit saying diarrhea. Are you diarrhea crazy?
Thank God you could blurp these comments out. But I said that's mumbo jumbo superstitious blurp.
Superstitious diarrhea.
Right? I'm going to the real doctors. And 8 months, we moved out of our home thinking there's asbestos or mold because it was an old home. We pulled her out of preschool. We went to Israel, did the Dead Sea. I became super kosher and superstitious. I went to all the Western doctors. We did stool tests, blood tests, urine test, biopsy test, and they were treating her like a guinea pig. Cortisone cream after cortisone cream. We put it on. If I missed a day, it would all come back. I did a little bit of research. I found out cortisone cream penetrates into the bloodstream and it can stunt her growth. And 8 months pass, I'm like, I can't do this. That same acquaintance, there are no accidents in this world, bumps into me again and says, you're still dealing with this? And I said, I am, and I'm hopeless and helpless. Help me. And she goes, call. And when I went, within 30 minutes, that doctor just knew the questions. He said, you need to change her diet. I got to give you Chinese herbs and no acupuncture today because she was too flared up. I went home. I told my husband, we're not taking wheat, we're not doing sugar, we're not doing gluten, we're doing this. He said, I'm not doing this. I said, I am, because Sabrina can't do this alone. So that's how I got into this. But then when she got better within 2 months, I thought it's a fluke. I said, no way, this can't be for real. My other daughter was a cold-induced asthma child on nebulizers and Allegra daily. And I said, let me take Sophie. We took Sophie, and he did a different protocol. He said just 4 acupuncture sessions and eliminate dairy, no herbs. And she got better. And in the meantime, I'm doing the diet with my daughter, and my PMS is getting better, and my energy is getting better. And I have more clarity. So I go to the doctor, and I said, what the heck is this? Is there a school? Because I need to share this with the world. And I've been married for 20 years. I was 8 years into my marriage. I already had finished UCLA. I was a full-time mom. It fell on my lap. And I chose to listen, and I answered the call. So there's a lot of passion and a lot of attachment to this medicine, but that's where my entire path shifted because I was also a lost soul. So that's why I love Chinese medicine and acupuncture. I was seeking. And I was saying there has to be something greater, bigger, more fulfilling than motherhood is a huge job, right? The most beautiful thing to do in the world. But motherhood and being a wife was just not doing it for me. And I was asking and praying. So I always tell Sabrina, you're my catalyst, you're my angel. It was because of you that I found my way and my truth, and still in the process. You know, it's a never-ending process. And the beauty about my school, I didn't look into other schools, but it was the only school that said you have to do a year of self-cultivation. So Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation, Taoist stuff. And that, I threw myself into that. More than the education the first year, and my whole life turned around. I found me. And still in the process of finding me. You get lost and you find yourself again. But now I have this, I also have bronchitis. I was dealing with a lot of health issues. And once I got into this path, after a year of Chinese medicine, Qigong, a lot of nutritional shift, that completely disappeared. It's been over 10 plus years. I have not been on medicine. I catch a little mini cold. I know how to work with food, because the way we look at nutrition is not calories or raw or vegan. We look at your constitution. We look at, is there heat? Is there cold? What's happening? And it's like chemistry, you know, and it's creative and it's fun and it's real. It's authentic. You know, the body resonates with it. It's not something foreign that it rejects it. It actually receives it. It's not just one way. You don't treat a person just by, oh, you have a headache, or, oh, you're depressed, so let's put you on antidepressants. Well, what is going on? What's happening to you? Physical. You know, where are the toxins? Where's the food? Where's the sleep? Why are you drinking? Are you doing drugs? Are you partying too hard? Let's look at the physical. What's your environment? What's your career like? Are you exposed to formaldehydes? Are you exposed to metal? Are you exposed to oil? There's so many factors that causes one to be out of balance. So the beauty of holistic nutrition, whether it's acupuncture, Eastern medicine, Ayurvedic, we're looking at the entire being. And again, my passion, most importantly, the spirit. It is the spirit that really begins a reverse and long-lasting disease.
All right, I know
prevention of disease.
One of the people that you're super passionate about are frazzled moms.
Yes.
Right? Frazzled mom. Any frazzled moms here? We have 3. Yes. If I'm a frazzled mom, which I'm not, but I know a couple. and they want to get unfrazzled more than just getting a mani-pedi or a little massage or something like that, right? What would you suggest for someone who's frazzled that kind of wants to begin to step put their toes in the water of Eastern medicine?
Well, it's counterintuitive because as a frazzled mom, you think the more you do, the better it is. And when you're on that roller coaster, it's really hard to slow down. So for me to tell somebody, well, take a pause and meditate, it may be way overwhelming. But what I will say is you do need to stop. The first thing to do is just take a moment and breathe. The mani-pedi, the massage, it's good. But what you really need to do is take a moment, look up, be grateful, take a deep breath in, and then tap into your childlike manner. And what is it, something that you haven't done in a while that just brings joy from within? And you get out of the head, and you don't care if you make mistakes or you draw out of the line. Like, jump into that class that you've always been thinking about, but you were scared to do. Jump into that cooking class that you're like, oh, I don't have time. Because when you start moving and playing, a whole new thing. It's a long-term sustainability where you reconnect back to your source, to yourself, and to source, God. I'm a big believer of God. You don't have to be religious, but I don't see how one can live life without being connected to source. And that is where, when you're frazzled and you're helpless and hopeless, put on your soul food music. Music is super healing. Start humming, start singing. Who cares? I have a terrible voice, but I sing. My kids say, Mom, stop. I go, no, it's great for the vagus nerve. I'm like talking medicine. And then and then take a bath. Do something you love, as she said. Just take a moment to yourself. Rejuvenate, recharge. And one of the biggest things we forget is nature. Go out, put your feet on the cement, walk by the beach, look up at the moon. I used to make love to the moon night after night. Inhale that sun. I had a love affair with the moon. It's a reflection. Nature is a reflection of you. Look at the sun. Inhale that sun energy. It gives you vitality, gives you hope. It warms your being up. The answers are all around us and within us. It's all there. I used to read and do, and still I struggle with that. Nothing is ever enough. If I can only learn this and do that, then I got it right. That's not the recipe. That's the recipe for disaster. Unlearn, undo, connect to source, tap into nature, look inwards, and be still and listen, and the truth will arise. It's scary. Scary sometimes, but if we want to shift and we want to prevent disease, or we want to reverse, or whatever, or we're stuck and we got to unstuck, I believe that's the way to do it.
Okay, so in their swag bags tonight is a brochure, a handout of a retreat. You've got retreats that are coming up. Yeah. Tell us just real briefly, a half-day retreat, what does it involve? And how do they sign up if they're interested? So
these half-day retreats are at the office. It's a little quick buffet of what you can get in the wellness center, and it's an intense boot camp, 4 hours of, you have your own private room, very, very exclusive, maximum 3 people. You get food specifically for that retreat, a specific type of food treating that retreat topic. Acupuncture, cupping, hara massage, infrared sauna, supplements, a 3-day diet, and a little 5 to 15-minute education about mind, body, spirit, evolving nutrition as well. And then we teach you a qigong or a tai chi or a meditation that goes with that theme.
Awesome.
And it's 4 hours.
The retreats that you have coming up are all about
boosting your immune system.
Your immune system.
We're hitting the fall, winter time. Chinese medicine is very much in line with seasons. A lot of people tend to catch colds, autoimmune issues, upper respiratory infections around the fall, winter, and spring. So this is the time you want to get in, detox, then boost your body with the right nutrition, with the right exercise, with the right mindset, and prevent disease and imbalance.
Bita, you are changing the world. You are absolutely changing the world. I may think about cupping or getting needled or something at some point. I will never look at the moon the same again. May your platform expand beyond what you dream it will be. Yeah. May all of your life feel peaceful, full of peace, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
And may your platform expand so that you can share this with more and more people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
you guys
so
give
much.
Bita a hand. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Bita, and I encourage you to check out her website, wellnesstobe.com. All the links to her website and social media accounts can be found in our show notes by swiping up on your phone right now or by visiting our website, insporising.com. Also, be sure to sign up for our live online workshop entitled Rise Up and Soar. There are 3 times to choose from on September 18th and 19th, 2019. You can watch from your home, office, or car from anywhere in the world. Sign up online at insporising.com/rise up. I'll be releasing the next 3 conversations over the next few days, so don't miss a single episode. You can subscribe to the podcast at insporising.com/subscribe. Until next time, have a wonderful week.